And so he'll explain the irreducible bodily nature of virtue ethics by stating and defending 4 different claims.
Right. All right. So the bodily nature of virtue ethics, right? And it has to do with these 4 claims. So the first one is the quality of any human person's knowledge is a function of the quality of that person's habits. And so he's going to talk a lot about habits here because that's what, that's what virtue ethics is going to be about, habit formation.
And it's about not surprising your friends. So if it's such a habit, I know every day Tony is going to get up and get a cup of coffee. The day that he doesn't is going to be super surprising to me that I'm going to ask him, "Are you okay? Are you fine?"
Right. Or just go get me a cup.
Right. Yeah. Something must be off with him today. I'm going to help my friend. Yeah.
So he tells us, so the idea here is the quality of the human person's knowledge is a function of the quality of that person's habit. So he says that, for instance, when Luke described Jesus' custom of praying, in the Mount of Olives in Luke 22:39, he uses the word ethos. This is the standard Greek word for habit. And when the first vowel is lengthened, the cognate ethnos, right? Ethnos connotates character. And so these 2 are the etymological sources for the English word ethics. And so for Greeks, one's character was public. One's ethos was simply the constellation of all of one's habits. All right. So he's talking about, our habits that we form.
Mm-hmm. Although the young could not display firm and unchangeable character, through the tending of one's habit over a long, steady time, one's character eventually becomes steady and second nature. You are Tiger Woods and you go out to the golf course every single day and you hit 10,000 balls. Within 10,000 hours, you're the expert, and there's something about you that you do that changes it from doing a thing to then it being kind of that extension of you, where you can do it in your sleep, or you can the process of doing the thing to get the ball the furthest or the straightest or what have you for golf, and that type of habit formation is something that becomes second nature to you. Well, the Greeks were pretty optimistic on this point, and perhaps unjustifiably so. Nevertheless, it seems uncontroversial to claim that there is ordinary connection between habits and character. The person who acts in a generous manner time and time again is counted on to act with similar generosity the next time too. It shouldn't be a surprise. Oh, I'm not shocked that this millionaire who is given a yearly check to the town charity is going to do it again. In fact, if it weren't to happen, we might have people say, well, what is it about the charity that has changed instead of the person? So a type of characteristic of the character might be of benefit to displaying changes within the differences that could come out. And so, of course, we call such character generous, and thereby know basically what to expect from such a person. Well, I'm going to be generous to this person and say, this is an outcome that's unlike what I expect from this person. So maybe they're having an off day. Maybe something came up. This person isn't here on time. Maybe there's traffic. It's not that this person overslept and this person was lazy. There's got to be some outside thing. It's not that big of a deal. So we kind of brush it over and we don't even think about it again because of the stalwartness of the habits that form that person. And then we know him.
Yeah. So he says the shaping of habit takes time.
Right.
Intentional acts that go into the formation of habits and eventually character involves increasing attunement to one's surroundings. So, for instance, the healing of the blind man in Mark 8 sets in the middle of 5 other stories of blindness. So Mark's juxtaposition of the disciples' obtuseness with the healing of the blind man makes it clear, he tells us, The repair of human moral vision may be a process that takes time. So, right. So this healing of the blind man that is we see in Mark 8 is not kind of a one and done thing. It's kind of a process. And so that's the issue that he wants to bring out here. He says the timely changing of how we are disposed to take the world is what he's calling habit and character formation.